This is what we are moving toward. And in my own physical contact experience with my extraterrestrial soul group, I was shown humanity's potential. I was shown my own future, not just in this lifetime, but beyond this lifetime. I was also shown humanity as a whole and what we are moving toward together. I need you to listen very carefully to me because I am going to tie together all of the dots regarding Donald Trump's recent tweet about releasing information regarding UAP, UFO, and extraterrestrial information and disclosure, as well as the war that we're witnessing unfold in the world around us right now, in addition to the true return of Christ, the true Savior, and it's not what you think. The truth is, this is all part of one bigger storyline. They are not separate stories, and they are not distractions. This is not a distraction from the Epstein files. This is not a distraction from where your focus and attention is meant to go, although it can easily get to that point if we allow it to. Attention is the most valuable currency that we have. Where attention goes, energy flows. And so wherever you are directing your attention at this time is where your reality is going to go, because attention dictates reality creation. And if you are directing your attention and your focus toward a fear-based narrative, that is what you will start to see more of. When in reality, the true message that is underlying all of this information that is swarming around us right now is universal, unconditional love. And I know that is so hard to believe when we look at everything that's unfolding around us right now. But this was actually all part of the plan for disclosure. Everything right now that is happening in the world around us, believe it or not, is happening for a reason. It is happening so that humanity continues to wake up or remember the truth about who we really are and where we are going as a species and as a planet. And this has everything to do with the return, the remembrance of the true Christ, which is not the man who inhabited the body of what we know as Jesus Christ. This is the true remembrance of the divine feminine energy within every single one of us. This is the true restoration of the original humanity template, the original humanity DNA template, otherwise known as the Sophia Christos template. There are multiple reasons why there is a war unfolding right now. It is never what they want you to think it is, and it is never how it appears. There are multiple layers to this right now. The main thing that we need to remember right now is that this is all about our own remembrance and our own DNA activation into higher densities of consciousness, higher frequencies of consciousness that humanity is currently stepping into and embodying at this time through deep collective healing. But it starts on an individual level. Everything begins on an individual level because every single one of us is the microcosm to the macrocosm that is the multiverse that surrounds us, the tree of life, the flower of life. All of these universes that exist in the all that is in the multiverse are interconnected and interfacing at all times because they're each informing each other. Everything you do creates a ripple effect into the quantum field, the unified field around you, because every single one of us is emitting signals or frequencies out into the quantum field. And this is also what we get back. What we put out, we get back. But on a quantum level, it sometimes helps to understand this a little more deeply because the frequencies that you are emitting are based on the thoughts and the beliefs that you have internalized, that you are embodying, and that therefore dictate the reality that you experience. So everything you receive back in your external reality is mirroring whatever it is that you are signaling to the unified field. And so this is where open contact comes into play and disclosure. I had my own personal physical extraterrestrial contact experience this past fall in Costa Rica, where I came face to face with the extraterrestrial beings who are members of my soul group, who I am quantum entangled with lifetime after lifetime after lifetime throughout the cosmos. This happened as a result of my activating my DNA, the Shakti energy rising from the base of my spine, the root chakra, otherwise known as Kundalini energy. Once this energy begins to swim up the body, up the fascia, the nervous system, the chakra system. I'm going to use all these words interchangeably because they'll resonate for different people that way. Once this happens, it reaches a point where it ignites the piezoelectric force in the pineal gland, which contains calcite crystals, microscopic calcite crystals. When these crystals become compressed, they start reverberating. And this creates a sort of vortex, the piezoelectric vortex, which then allows your consciousness to bring in higher frequencies and to therefore embody a higher density of consciousness. What this process actually is, though, is the convergence or the merging of the masculine and feminine, otherwise known as consciousness and plasma intelligence. Plasma being the most ancient form of matter, the original form of matter, the fourth state of matter, the ether. This is the merging of consciousness and plasma. We are plasma beings. This is contained in our biofield. Plasma is also known as a Merkaba, a sort of energetic, etheric body that every single one of us travels in, and that many of these beings, extraterrestrial and interdimensional beings, travel in. So what's happening right now on our planet is that as more and more of humanity begins to awaken or remember and therefore activate their DNA, the fullness of their DNA, the hydrogen bonds, as we begin to bring the fullness of our potential online, we begin to create that merge of the feminine and masculine as we bring it into balance. And the feminine energy is what has been suppressed intentionally throughout our entire history. It is the forgotten ancient wisdom and knowledge that is stored in our DNA that you will remember when you yourself have this physical extraterrestrial contact experience, should you decide you want that. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody will have that. It is available if it is a part of your soul. If you feel in your soul, in your bones, that this is an experience that's meant for you, it is. The truth is, the collective of humanity, the entirety of our planet, will be made aware of the existence of extraterrestrials no matter what. That is happening. And it is happening this year. We exist in an event-driven physical reality, meaning everything that is meant to happen, every event that's going to happen that's fated, is going to happen. It's just a matter of how, when, and where that happens, because there has to exist a multitude of timelines that will get us to the actualization of the probability of that event happening, because every event exists on a spectrum of probability, not possibility, probability. So let me explain this a little bit further. It is up to us to decide and determine how we experience this and when we experience this. Do we go into this information with fear and trepidation, or do we go into this with hope and love and curiosity and compassion? The more that we can open up through hope, through love, through curiosity, these are the frequencies that we want to be embodying as the world continues to unfold the truth, because all truth dissolves illusion. And so when this experience happens, how you meet it determines how you experience it. Just like everything else that you experience in your reality. It's not so much what happens, it's how you respond to it and how you perceive it that matters. So the truth is, you don't need to wait for an official announcement from Donald Trump about the existence of extraterrestrials, although that will come. Again, I can't say when, but this is what we are approaching. You do not need to wait for anything outside of yourself, because the truth is, you are your own savior. There is no man, Jesus, coming back to save us. This is a psychological operation that has been in effect for a very long time, that happens with religious indoctrination to get us to wait on somebody or something outside of ourselves to save us, to lift us out of this discomfort, this reality. And the truth is, it's all in you. Everything is within you. Your Christ consciousness exists as a potential in your DNA waiting to be actualized and activated. And so this is where we are going as a species on our planet. It's not the fifth dimension. We're staying in the third dimension. Every universe itself is a dimension, and it operates within the laws of physics, the laws of that of that dimension. So we will still adhere to the laws of the third dimension. However, we will begin to exist in a higher density or higher frequency of consciousness within that dimension, because every universe has its own scale of densities that it adheres to. And every universe, every dimension has its own laws. As we step into this higher frequency or higher density, higher vibration of existence, this is when we will begin to experience more phenomena, where we begin to exist on a plane where there is information on this frequency, because all frequencies contain information. If you're existing on a frequency down here, you're going to experience information down here, okay? Information meaning literal information coming in, somebody giving you information, but it can also come in the form of a person, or it can come in the form of an event or an experience that you have. It's all just information for us, because we're constantly being informed by the quantum field, by our external reality, of what we need to look at internally in order to create the reality that we want to create. And the reality that humanity is set to create for itself in the future is one of complete spiritual evolution and unity and love and integrity. This is what we are moving toward. And in my own physical contact experience with my extraterrestrial soul group, I was shown humanity's potential. I was shown my own future, not just in this lifetime, but beyond this lifetime. I was also shown humanity as a whole and what we are moving toward together. If we come together and decide to build this future and bring it into fruition as a unified species, as one human race. And I want to be very clear here, because there's a common misconception in the New Age community about starseed souls or extraterrestrial souls in human bodies. Not everybody on this planet is a starseed soul. In fact, most people are not. But there is no hierarchy. Make no mistake. We are all the same here. We are all the same. It just depends on which neighborhood you're from. That's how you can think of it. We're all here helping each other. We're all here for the same reason, but we are meant to express that in a different way, in a way that is authentic and unique to the frequency, our own home frequency, as I call it, the frequency of our soul. So the starseed souls, the members of the Starseed Envoy program, I can talk more about this in other videos. This is all that I've learned from my own personal extraterrestrial contact experiences, as I myself have moved into a higher frequency of consciousness through my own DNA activation. The starseed souls who are here at this time are here to assist humanity in its final liberation and remembrance of who they really are and who we really are. The Christ within each and every one of us that lies dormant in our DNA. And I'm not talking about Christ himself. I'm not talking about Jesus or Yeshua. I'm talking about the true divine feminine aspect that has been repressed for centuries. What we are creating right now is the new and true Garden of Eden. The original Garden of Eden that the Bible mentions is actually a biolab that was held on the Nibiru ship, which is the ship of the Anunnaki Empire, and Enlil, otherwise known as Ea and Yu, and Ki and Enlil. Adaba and Hawa, Adam and Eve, were the first two human hybrids who were genetically engineered in that biolab on the Nibiru ship to carry a more activated bloodline. And that's a story that I'll get into in a different video. But what I want to say with this right now is that we were never meant to be genetically tampered with. We were never meant to have the history that we have right now. We are currently rewriting history as we know it, and we therefore are rewriting our future. But it is completely in our hands. We cannot allow information coming in from the outside or people coming in from the outside telling us who we are or what we're here for, even myself included. I hope that you are using discernment with what I'm saying right now and checking in with yourself. Don't take anything that anybody tells you as fact without checking in with yourself first. This is about self-empowerment and sovereignty. That is the only way we will be able to come together and build the future that we are truly here to create. I am just speaking from my own personal experiences. I'm speaking from my own healing journey I'm speaking from the knowledge and awareness that I was gifted in my physical contact experience, because this is possible for every single person on this planet. If you decide that you want to have an experience like this in your physical reality where you do meet your soul group, that is available to you. It is available to all of us. There's nobody who is chosen. There's nobody who is better than anybody else. No, we are all here together to build a unified future together, not just for ourselves, but for our children and for their children. We are part of a bigger community than we realize, and it's time for us to grow up. I'm sorry, but it is. It's like growing up on a cul-de-sac and thinking that your neighbors are the only people who exist in your city because that's all you're used to, right? It's expanding the circle of awareness. It's growing up and realizing, whoa, there are other school districts, and then realizing, oh my God, there are other states, there are other countries, other cultures, other languages. This is just the next step in our evolutionary journey. It's like when the Wright brothers came up with the concept for the airplane, everybody thought they were batshit insane for doing that. But in reality, that's really the path of the pioneer, is it not? Everybody thinks you're crazy, and then they wonder how you did it. And now we look in our skies every single day and we see airplanes flying back and forth. We go to the airports. We don't bat an eye. This is the next step in our evolutionary journey. And it's not up to anybody outside of you to do it for you. No one's going to activate you for you. No one's going to drop off all the proof of this on your doorstep. But the proof is out there. If you are willing to seek it out, it will find you. If you put your intention out into the unified field will respond, and it will bring to you exactly what you need. It is not up to you to determine how that happens or what that looks like, though. You need to be free from attachment, firm in intention, free in form, free in how that shows up. Because the more you seek within, the more that will be reflected to you externally. You have absolutely all the answers you need within you. It is my job to just reflect back to you the truth of what your soul already knows. It's my job to just present information based on my own lived experiences to help you find the truth within yourself. The age of the guru is done. It's over. Every single person here is meant to come into their own power and their own remembrance. That's what this is all about. And unfortunately, what we're going to see unfold in the world around us for the rest of this year, especially the next 6 months, is going to be continued chaos. And it will be dark and it will be dense. And the best thing that we can do at this time is to find ways to ground into our bodies, find ways to create boundaries around yourself and the information bombarding you. All these frequencies coming in, the doom scrolling, everybody's projected opinions. Find ways to create those boundaries so that you can protect yourself and your energy, so that you can find those moments of stillness to come home to yourself and touch in with your home frequency. That's the best thing we can do right now, because we need to be in our bodies. We need to be integrated. And I'm speaking from my own experience. I have had a lot of trouble integrating these profound experiences that I've had. And so I feel very qualified to be able to speak about the importance of integration in this way. I'm going to keep talking about all of this in my videos to come, and I'll speak about it from different angles, and I'll also speak about my own extraterrestrial contact experiences. But please let me know if there is anything that you want to know more about. Whatever questions you have, I'm happy to talk about and answer. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And I am so excited for all that is to come. We've got this.